guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why we are prepping. Why do we do these things? We're not paranoid. We're not extremists. At least I'm not paranoid. I don't think I am. I'm not extremist. I'm just aware of situations, aware of life. I'm old enough now that I've seen enough things in life to know that it's good to be prepared. When I originally began prepping, I didn't call it prepping. I just, like I've shared my story, started buying extra things. But back then when I was prepping, it was more for what if my husband loses his job? What if there's a long-term illness in our family? Those kinds of things. Just everyday life can slam you every once in a while, and you need that little bit of time to not have to buy groceries and worry about what you're going to feed your family. You need to know that no matter what goes wrong in life, at least you can feed your family. But today, things have shifted in a very alarming way. Currently, I wrote down a few things that are on my mind right now. And if you watch the news at all, you're seeing the same things that I'm seeing over as far as the food shortage and the shortages of products, not just food. There's also shortages in the lumber industry, like Lowe's, Menards, building supplies. So we do know that there are shortages. Different areas of the country are experiencing different shortages of different items. But we've been seeing on the news the pictures of the cargo ships stranded out on the ocean. Well, they're not stranded, they're just anchored because they can't come into port to unload their cargo. And we've been told, Clark Howard had an article several weeks ago to plan early for Christmas this year, if you need to do any special shopping or whatever, because things could be in short supply due to this interrupted supply chain. And something I read an article this week that I hadn't even thought about. There's over 100,000 crew members on these cargo ships that are stranded out there on these boats. So I feel bad for them. Also, besides the food shortages, there is COVID. I know there's a lot of publicity about the vaccine. I know that I've seen commercials on TV that the vaccine is going to solve all the problems. No more quarantine, no more staying home. You can get your life back if you get the vaccine, and on and on they go with it. But the fact of the matter is, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. Cases are still going up. Weeks ago, our cases in our area had increased quite. Never did get quite to the extreme that they were last winter, but our cases still came up. Now they're back down. Life is not back to normal yet. We can want it to be. And I know we're all tired. We're all sick and tired of the masks and the limits on everything. But we need to remember that pandemic, that virus is still out there. We have not overcome yet. It's better, and I'm glad for that. But we need to be careful. We need to take those steps. Besides the shortages and the COVID, I've been seeing in the news, airlines, several thousand flights have been canceled. I believe it was Southwest, the last one I read. For whatever reasons, flights are being canceled, so that's going to disrupt travel plans and businessmen and women who rely on those flights to get from one place to the other. Our healthcare systems, because of COVID took a really big hit to the hospitals in our country have taken a really big hit because of COVID, and they're short-staffed, they're overworked, they're over it. Any healthcare worker will tell you the same story. I have healthcare workers in my family. Brent and Amy both work in hospitals doing very different positions, but they work hard. They really work hard, and they're working overtime, and they're tired. And so we need to remember our healthcare workers. We need to pray for them. We need to try to find special ways to let them know how appreciated that they are. So these are just some things going on, current events, I guess you could say. And I normally don't just come on and share bad news after bad news like that. But my point is, there's a reason why we need to prep. There's a reason why it's important to have a food storage area in your home. whether it's for a month or 3 months, 6 months, or a year or whatever. Any extra that you can put back will be very helpful in a situation where you might not be able to get to the store. You know, you need to know that you've got what you need for your family. I was talking on the phone today with a family member, an elderly family member actually, and she was telling me she was just alarmed that she had seen on the news the picture of the boats out in the ocean, that our stuff can't get to our stores because the boats can't unload, you know, and she was alarmed that there was a possibility of food shortages. And I've told her this before, you know, and I told her today, you really need to stock up, get some food items and some necessary items, not just food, but light bulbs, batteries, you know, over-the-counter medications, anything you would need to live on for however long, you need to stock up on that. And she says, really? Do you really think so? And I said, yes, I really think so. I said, I do that. I said, I've done that for years. And she was just shocked, you know, oh my goodness, you really think so? I found that to be funny because I just, my way of thinking is to be prepared, you know, and then you don't have to worry about all of this that's going on around us as much anyway. So that was my video today. I just wanted to encourage you all to be prepared. When you read the news, when you hear all of these things that are going on, yes, there's really things going on in our world that affects us all. It can affect our food supply. It can affect our health. There's just a lot going on right now. So I always say be aware and be prepared. And I don't say that flippantly. I really mean that. Be aware of what's going on, and then, you know, do your best to be prepared for it, and then don't worry about it. Don't go around fearful. God wouldn't want us to be fearful. I think of the story of Joseph in the Bible when, you know, he was a prisoner in Egypt, and he won the favor of Pharaoh, and he was trusted. And there was a famine coming to their land, a 7-year famine, and the Lord told Joseph to prepare for that and told him how to prepare for that. And he did. Joseph prepared a whole country with enough grain for 7 years to feed the people. And I think that's a good example for all of us, you know, that, you know, God takes care of us. He sure does. He loves us and takes care of us, but he expects us to take care of ourselves and do what we can to help others in our world. And that's what we need to be doing. We need to be aware of what's going on, and then we need to prepare for it as best we can, and we need to be prepared to help others as well. So I will leave you with that thought, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.